Hey, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the program. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all, man. Hey, they gave us another one. It's Monday. We back. We made it. Could have gone the other way. But you back. Hey, welcome to the program. Let's go live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King, and we are now live. Let's go. Let's go. Broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios. It's a wonderful place to be.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
I appreciate you, Lord Jamar. You know what I mean? Brand new being on the joint. Monday through Friday, Lord willing, 6 p.m. to 7, East Coast time. So it's a live show, man. Something like a podcast, but different than anything else you could be watching right now. Appreciate everybody checking in on the West Coast. Good to see y'all. Peanut Gallery, what up? Yes. And look at that. Uh-oh. You know what that means? All right, so that means when you hear the heart, man, our sponsor has said, hey, man, let them have it. You know what I mean? 10% off all bundles. And we ain't talking hair weave. We talking about trinket holiday bundles. Drunken Fruit, go to the website, get the details. Duos and trinket bundles, all for you. 10% off. You got to say, let's go live with Lamont King. Got to do it. It's not that hard. All right, in case you don't know, we are 100% funded by people just like you, viewers like you. And in case you feel so inclined at any point in today's show, you want to donate a little something, put something on the books, $, Lamont King 06. We'll take it. It's all to build the situation over here. You feel me? You feel me? Good to see our Peanut Gallery. Let's see who our bureau chief, New York bureau chief, John Watson, is in the building. And Mr. Clarkson, our executive producer down the hall. Studio G. On the technicals, we should be hearing from Roland Martin a little bit later. It's Vaccine Day in America, ladies and gentlemen. Vaccine Day in America. Vaccine Day, they're rolling it out. Showcasing. The circus is on. It's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. They got the black women, you nurses, poking the black women volunteers. They letting you know what the move is. Black girl magic, because they know how to manipulate that, you know what I'm saying? Because they know you'll go for that. Ooh, look, black girl magic. Watch the tricks. You know what I'm saying? They know how to get you, man. They done peeling at the heartstrings all day today. I was like, wow, y'all going hard. They showed a black woman in every city sitting in the chair getting the vaccine in their arm. I'm like, oh yeah, now, cause she credible. There's integrity right there with Black Girl Magic. If she do it, then it's okay. I got to do it. All right, enough. They on one today, man. They on one. It's also Electoral College Day in America. And to everybody who was like, yeah, because today, December 14th is Electoral College Day. I have this message for you.
Go suck your mother 2 times.
You didn't know. You have never cared until today. Never. You didn't even know what that process was like until today. You didn't know. But it's cool, though. I've been seeing y'all on social media trying to educate everybody, try to break it down what it really means. You ain't know. Oh, the certification process. I saw it on Twitter. It was state by state. I saw Stacey Abrams do Georgia. I've never even heard that this was a thing. Never even seen it. But anyway. Yeah, man. So there's that. We'll talk about that a little bit later. The Vaccine Day in America, Electoral College Day in America. But also, real quick, I want to jump into this. Had to do a bit of a throwback, man. It's just one of those type of days, man. I wanted, you got to give people their flowers and salute. I was reading this little listing that came out. It was on Twitter. I can't find it. They were talking about the top 20 comedy albums, downloadable comedy albums. And I guess you make the top 20 by, everything's digital, by stream. So I saw 2 names on there that were very familiar on these top 20 downloadable albums for 2020. And 2 of them have been on this show. Paris Sachet and Rollo Boykins, Rebirth of a Troll. And Paris is Rollo's Rebirth of a Troll, or Birth of a Troll, and Paris is My Honest Ignorance. Hilariously funny. Go download them if you haven't already. But it made me think back to when Rollo Boykins was on the show early in this show's history. And I was like, that was a great interview. Let's bring that back. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Rollo Boykins here live on Let's Go Live in the very beginning. Oh, look at me. I look so young months ago. All right, let's take a watch and enjoy. I got to get you in there. There we go. All right. Yeah, it's a little darker, but we're going to live with it.
Dog, I tried to get a flashlight on there. Shit.
Yeah, no, we'll need that. What are you laying on your stomach? What you tummy down? What's this position?
Yeah, man, I'm in a prone position, man, like a fucking Marine.
Oh, okay. All right. Sniper action. All right. So look, man, while we got you, man, just introduce yourself real quick. Where you from? How you got into comedy, and what you got going on now?
Hey, man, Rollo, Hyattsville, Maryland, PG County. What's up with y'all? Living in Brooklyn, doing my thing, and I'm dropping the album. Is it next week? It's coming out the 24th, whenever July 24th. Debut comedy album, The Birth of a Troll. I'm excited about it. It's only the beginning.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about that title first, man. The Birth of a Troll, because I seen the cover art, and we're gonna put that up in a few. It's funny because I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. I see what he's doing. Where'd you come up with that title from?
I've been had that album title, man, probably going back to like maybe 2016, when I started trolling on Facebook and Instagram, and just being an agitator, poking fun at people, being mischievous. Rubbed some people the wrong way, lost some fans, man. I did, but they was fair weather, and I say good riddance, man, because I don't want the casual. Want the casual is good just for income. It's like you're likable, but I want the diehards. I want people that get it. That's what I want.
You want people to see through the trolling for what it is.
I want the diehards, man. I want critical thinkers, man. That's very important to me. If you ain't a critical thinker, I don't really want to fuck with you. So I think it was for the best. And, I just drove it home with that title, with my podcast, Hotep Holla, man. This is what I'm doing with my career right now.
Which is hilarious, the Hotep Holla. And it's funny because, you're looking for the critical thinkers. And a lot of times, things get lost in translation on social media. Because every post you make, I get. And I try to, I similarly move. Well, I move in a similar way, right? But I've also learned that it can get lost in translation because people don't have they don't pick up the context that you've given out when you write it.
That's true.
Because everybody reads it differently than you write. And I see something, I'm like, oh man, he gonna start some shit today. And it's like you wake up every morning trolling, essentially.
Ooh, man,
but you be really trying to just make them, think about some shit that they wouldn't ordinarily think about.
That too, and often, man, it's rooted in humor. It's never trolling just to troll. Never trolling just to troll. Humor is always the motivation. But when people don't like the joke, if you do a joke, if you got a joke about transgenders, and somebody get triggered, they don't care about the joke. They just trigger. Yeah. And you got to be held accountable for that.
Now, when you say you've lost fans, give me an example of something that you might have said on
I did. So I had a post and I said, what did I say? It was something along the lines of, it's not harassment if she likes you. That's what I said. Okay. That was the post. Okay. And man, it got received. Some people got it. Some people understood what I was doing with the premise. Other people's, man, my homegirl hit me up. She was like, man, I was in college and this guy was dating. He forced himself on me. I was like, listen, what? Listen, I'm making a post about how men and women interact. It's not that deep. It's deep for you, and I appreciate that and understand. But don't make me the villain. Don't make me the villain. I'm not the villain. I'm not the villain.
And that's hard though. Yeah, that's a hard one. Because they'll be like, I'm never coming to any more of your shows.
That's what they say, man.
Yeah.
And I gotta be like good riddance, man. I gotta have that attitude, Lamont. I have to have that attitude. I'm not interested in the casuals. I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but would you admit to, would you admit though, at least when you do it on stage, it has a different effect than when you write and post it?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
You know, I say a lot of crazy shit and I pass it off with a smile and a smirk and a tone. It's a lot of things you can add with just the bare, joke or premise when you on stage. But I bet a lot of premises on Facebook. So,
Right.
that's kind of my way of working when I'm not working. And
Right.
it is what it is. The way I'm doing it is helping me find like my core base, people that I would be like, hey, my album coming out, you want to fuck with it? They gonna fuck with it because they get it.
Yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
get it. You know what I'm saying? So
It's entertaining to them. They're not experimenting with it.
yeah, man. So
They're not like, I wonder if he's funny. They like, no, he's funny. That's my man. I want to hear whatever he got coming.
well, motherfucker, you can't tell me I'm not funny. That's what you can't. If you say that, I just gotta dismiss you. I gotta dismiss you. 100%. 100%. But
Now it's social media, man. We've all had to pivot. And I think you've done a really good job, even though this is your generation, so you should be. But you found a way to capitalize off of a funny one thing that you do, and that's the matinee.
the Rollo reviews, man.
Rollo reviews, movie reviews. I remember when you first started, you get about 19, 20 views. Now it's everyone goes viral, and I think that's a big deal. Where did that idea come from?
Well, I mean, with comedy, I would like to tell all the vets. Well, it's different. You in a class maybe above me, right? But what I wanted to do was bridge my interest outside of comedy with comedy.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So that's when the movie reviews happen. I'm like, man, I like going to the movies. Let me bridge this with comedy. Oh, and my new project, Comics on the Couch, playing video games. I like video games. Let me bridge this with comedy. And I think that's really how you develop your base and make it so that, it's enjoyable even when you're not on stage. Right. And yeah, man, I had fun doing it, man. And that's what it's about for me right now, the fun and the money.
Yeah, yeah. And some of them, I'll be like, okay, like I have no intention to see the movie, but just your review is entertaining by itself. You know what I mean?
About people, listen, man, it's people that love my reviews that will probably never come to a live show.
Wow.
Ever. They might buy the album because they like the reviews. You gotta do both in this climate, man. Def Jam is dead, Lamont. It's dead.
Yeah. You're not doing 10 minutes on TV no more. You're not doing it. It's not gonna happen.
That shit is dead. You see what they did to Nick? Shit is different now. So if you want to survive in this market, man, you gotta adapt. You gotta find a way to make it work. Just like you found a way to write jokes.
Yeah.
It ain't no different.
And you I mean, this is not new for you because you actually had your product game going before a lot of people.
Man, listen, I'm trying to get back to it, man.
Your cocoa butter situation. Was it cocoa butter or shea butter?
No, it's cocoa butter. It was Rollo's cocoa butter. That's coming back out. I'm rebranding.
Yeah. You don't even have to. So this dude, all right, for those that don't know, Howard grad, right? So he went to Howard. He's not a dummy. So one of your bits was about your skin tone and needing to stay moisturized, right? So remember, like he would legit be backstage lubing up, greasing up before the show. And he'd get to that joke and that whole segment of his material and everybody ha he. But guess what? At the end of the show, off stage, he's selling his own brand of cocoa butter, which is genius.
Listen,
where'd it go? You should have never left.
You right, man. Listen, man. People don't it's tough to do it all, and I'm cheap. Mm-hmm. I gotta get better because this show business. But for real, your business weighs more than your show.
More than your show.
It weighs a lot more than your show, and it's a lot of investing your bread, getting into your savings, depending on how your money is, and flipping. flip it. And I'm a saving ass nigga, Lamont. I
Yeah.
like to put a little bit, I flip a little bit, but I can't flip half. I
Can't flip
could.
it out.
I don't take risks like that. I got to get better at taking risks. This is a real business.
It is. And if
And
anything,
you're ambitious, man.
yeah, too ambitious. And you need a team too. You need somebody to show up with the cocoa butter, so you ain't got to remember to bring it.
A team helps, man. A team helps, man, for everything. Like a lot of the big successes came through collaborations, man. That shit, But you know how this shit is.
Yeah. But talk about that. So you were in a crew. You started out with a crew that did very well in the city called Homegrown Hilarity.
Homegrown Russ and Keith, man.
Yeah, Russ and how was that? How was that experience? Like, how did y'all even pull that together? Because y'all had a nice little run.
Yeah, I mean, I love working with those dudes, man. The way Russ remember it, because I really don't remember it. I think we met at a spot on U Street, Queen Makita's. He was like, man, I think we was all just starting in the scene. And Russ was like, man, we need to put this, team together and, do shows, produce shows. And I was like, I mean, I fucked. Russ was cool. I was like, all right, let's see what happens. And then it started from there, man. We ended up doing a lot of stuff. We went to North Carolina with Sylvia Morrison. That was an experience. We started running shows, and what we wanted to do was show that you could have, comedians doing mainstream material and black material, and you could have them on the same show and have it work. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the goal was. And it was cool, man.
All three of y'all went to Howard though, right? And y'all ain't know each other?
Keith ain't go to Howard. And Russ older than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Russ was at Howard before me.
I'm looking up your Instagram page right now. I'm gonna try to play one of your Rollo reviews real quick. See if we can get that going.
We had a disagreement on that Cat Williams.
I was just going to ask you that. So 2 Minutes of Fame, right? Jay Pharoah, Cat Williams.
100%.
It's on, what is that, Netflix? Or I forgot how I saw it.
No, I seen that on Amazon Prime. They be looking out for your boy.
Yeah, I don't have Amazon Prime. I think it was on the stick. I was on pause the stick. And but no, it for me, I related to so much in it. It was cheesy only because of Jay Pharoah. Like I like him, but his acting, he's just over the top. He's not acting. But
it's not funny.
Okay, all right.
I didn't want to say it, but I mean, I feel like I gotta be candid. For me, if this is a comedy movie, I want to laugh. If I'm not laughing, I can't.
It was a character movie. I wouldn't give it a comedy movie. It has some funny moments.
You want to know why? Because if you put another comedian there, it becomes a funnier movie. And so I gotta rate it as such. It's not a drama.
It had a strong story. Hold on. Let's play your review real quick. I'm gonna play your review. As I liked it. It was quirky. It was low budget. It was one of them 11:45 at night. I ain't doing nothing, and I probably won't get up early tomorrow. So let me watch this movie. It was one of those. But I could relate to the storyline is what it got me, because I was like, damn, I experienced a lot of what he dealt with living in LA. So I was like, oh, that's for me.
Niggas was setting you up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You ain't read the book? That's gonna be in the book. It was when he lost the competition, I was like, I lost the competition in the same way. I was like, how they know? All right, hold on.
That's wild.
All right, let's try to play this. Hopefully I won't get no copyright bump. I don't want no smoke.
Nah, you be good, money.
But the Prime got a whole bunch of shit. So I watched 2 Minutes of Fame last night, and it turned out to be 2 hours of lame. I'm joking. Only the first hour and a half was trash. Shit just wasn't funny, man. It was largely corny, and I was upset because it could have been better had it just been recasted.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to stop it right there because I hear that music in the back. Hey, they go get me. YouTube will bump this whole thing in 87 countries. I don't need that. But the reviews are funny, man. But 2 minutes of I thought it was a decent flick. It wasn't, it wasn't knocked down. This is hilarious, but and I knew that, like you said, recast it. When I saw Just Hilarious, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, they just whoever was available. All right.
No,
That's
I mean she's popular. You know, it's all about who's popular.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That so as far as casting, you mean just him. You don't think he did as well in the lead role as you would have liked.
I don't want to be like, it's just I just know so many talented comics that don't get the shine, man.
It might have been his movie though. Might have been his movie.
100%. And listen, when it's your film, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Come on, sister.
Yeah, me said, is he topless? No, he's just.
Are you topless, me? I'm sorry, I don't want to be like that right now.
He's wearing a matching tank. That's all.
It's because I'm dark. That's why.
A flesh tank. Yeah. All right, let me get into it. No, Cat killed it. Well, Cat is a veteran. He's a seasoned vet.
It's not even a vet, man. He's nice, man. We don't give Cat his roses, man. We don't give him his roses, man. That was a brilliant. That when he was heckling, I was like, man, that was brilliant. That was a brilliant scene, man. But we're gonna be watching, man.
It was well written. It was a well written scene. You giving him. I mean, of course, he finessed.
Well, you could say that scene was well written, but looking at the rest of the movie, like, how is it that one scene that's well written and the rest of the movie is like,
You're right. All right, we on with Rollo Boykins, man. He got a new project, digital, dropping one of the I don't say DC's funniest comedians no more. Just one of the funniest up and coming comedians, and I only say up and coming because most people don't know you, but you've been in the game for a minute. Now you're based out of New York. I'm the birth of a troll. Let's get into that real quick right here. Let's see here. Play this little clip. See how this go. No copyright smoke. Put this joint in here. That covers hard. All right, here we go.
I usually do what most black people do in terms of politics and shit. That's what made the whole NFL situation tricky for me.
Can you hear it?
You guys know Colin Kaepernick was he was protesting police brutality. So he was like taking a knee like before the games. And it was a situation, man. It was a situation. The NFL didn't like it, and that really split the black community, that issue. Because, like, black people, like, we hate racism and prejudice, but a lot of us love football. And there was no middle ground on that shit. There was no middle ground. You either were watching or you weren't watching. I was caught in the middle. It was tough. Because, like, half of the black community was like, we're with Kaepernick. It's wrong for the NFL not to let him protest police brutality. The NFL is out of line. I'm not watching. I'm not supporting with my viewership. And the other half of the black community was like, are you ready for some football? I had to give up so much already. Now I gotta lose my Sunday. I can't watch the game.
Birth of a Troll, Rollo Boykins right there. When is it available, man? Wait a minute.
It's gonna hurt me more.
Wait a minute, I pulled everybody down.
Oh man.
All right, here we go. When is it available?
The 24th of July, man. The 24th of July is dropping on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play. It's on everything. All the major.
How does that process work? Where did you record that? Like, is that before lockdown?
Nah, man. This is way before this. I recorded this in 2019.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I recorded it at the Big Hunt. Shout out Big Hunt, Sean Joyce. Yeah, recorded it there. CD Baby distributed it, and it's just time. You gotta create, man.
Yeah, you do.
I feel like a lot of times, if it's not perfect, people are hesitant to move forward with projects. But man, sometimes you just gotta do the shit because the people that fuck with you gonna love it regardless. Yeah. And you just gotta do the shit. So
now, so when you did it though, let's get into that. Like, was it a deal? Is it because I'm familiar with CD Baby, but I also know that they just like kind of went under. Like they only did well. They don't do hard copy no more. They do only.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, they only do digital. So was it a thing where you had to sign off on your content? Do you still own it?
I own my shit. I own it. Yeah.
So what's the math on that? What do you get per? Is it a penny per stream? Is it, you know what I mean?
No, I don't get that.
People want to know like that type of because that a lot of times that will stop somebody who's hesitant because I don't understand. I don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna take my stuff and.
Oh, fair enough. No. You still own your content.
Mhm.
And you get a large portion. I gotta go back to see the specific numbers because I don't recall them right now. But
Yeah.
it's good. It's good. It's good money. It's a good percentage.
Right.
And if you don't got no representation, you gotta do something. Like, you
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
you gotta do something.
Hey, I know the drill.
You're behind. And listen, man. I'm leaving DC. Right, leaving DC.
Uh-huh.
And moving to New York because it's like, okay, let's see how you measure up with the big wigs, and you in there with the industry. It's motherfuckers making decisions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, you gotta still, no matter where you are, you gotta get busy on your own. You can't wait for people, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
How long you been in New York?
You said what? Since 2017.
2017. So in that time that you were there before the lockdown, where would you say you were career wise?
I guess a feature. I guess if you
like did was things moving the way you thought it would? Was New York everything you needed it to be?
Yeah, listen, the opportunities are there. Flat out in New York, the opportunities are there. Now, there are variables. What is your brand?
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you are a straight black dude, right? How are you received by white audiences?
Oh,
it's key. This is key.
Okay.
How are you received? If you smash in a black room, are you smashing a white room? Are you changing your tone, your delivery? All these things are assessed. It's not explicit, but they're assessed. You do these clubs and they'll say, okay, well, he's good for the black night, maybe. Like the night with black people. You know what I'm saying? And you get put in these boxes. That's why, and it's tough, man, because we in the game. You look on Netflix, you see the black male faces, kind of friendly, unassuming, quirky,
non-threatening.
You're not getting Def Jam energy,
right,
on these, and so you really gotta really take ownership and really look at your artistry and what you want to convey, because what you putting out there, it may not be for Comedy Central. It just don't fit there. And if you got to decide whether or not you're okay with that and how you're going to advance in spite of that. You got to look at these things.
So to that point, let's keep it real. So colorism, how has it negatively affected you or enhanced your moves?
I wouldn't say negatively.
In Hollywood, I mean, that has never not been a thing in entertainment. The dark-skinned guy is probably going to be angry. His story is probably going to be a story of I came from nothing. And they really, a lot of the white people in charge, they really, that's their identifier with somebody that looks like you. That's how they think.
You know what? I don't think it's not a colorism thing. It's an energy thing. It's an energy thing, right? So you a black comic, right? A lot of the times I see, let's say you do race material.
Okay.
Let's say if you're doing race material, how is that coming off? Is it making white people, the white audience, cringe more than they laughing? Because that's not good. That's not good. So me, I got a beautiful smile. I can get, and my jokes are good.
Yeah.
I do have good jokes. The jokes are good. So if the jokes are good, you can thrive anywhere. You know what I'm saying? If the jokes are good, you could thrive anywhere. It's just now you have to build the relationships. And if you coming from like the black community, it may be tough for you. It may be tough for you moving in them circles because it's just not like what you came from. I'm coming from a baby ghetto, a HBCU.
Right.
But you moving in the industry and the setting is almost like how you would have to move in a white corporate setting.
In corporate America, oh, absolutely, without question.
It's really similar.
Yeah.
When you talking about making that money,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out how you're going to navigate that. But the wild card is always the shit you doing independently. Your independent projects that's growing your base, that's growing your numbers. So now you have a little bit more leverage.
Right.
Because I've been in these meetings, and one of the main questions they always asking is like, what do you got going on outside of you here trying to sell up something and get some money? Like, what do you got going on?
They be so rude. They be so rude when they say it too. It's so condescending. What else you have?
It's true.
Yeah. What else you have?
Listen, they want to know. That's why I tell, because I feel bad for us, like if you have a majority black audience, man, and these motherfuckers, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like when they say, man, it's wrong for everybody, man, it's not. That's a lie, man. It's not true. It's not.
That's like the biggest trick in the whole game.
That's a lie.
Not
true.
Funny is funny.
It's wrong. It's enough room for niggas that's going to make other people the most money.
Yeah.
That's who it's room for. Talent is not it's not room for everybody who's good at telling jokes.
Yeah.
They're going to pick the niggas that's going to make the most money.
So when you hear that, that line, man, we all can eat. You don't buy it.
No, it's not accurate. But what happens is one person eats, and if they a stand-up person, they'll bring their crew. They'll bring as many, depending on how much they eat, the more the crew they bring.
Right.
And that's good. That's good enough.
Right. Especially if you lined up with them, then that's super.
Yeah, man,
like,
yeah.
If I know him, then or her, I'm like, oh, okay. Hey,
man. So
I'm over here. We over here.
And we need more of that, man. Because come from DC, man, it's killers in DC, man. I'm talking about people I consider like mentors in the game that I just watch just
destroy
monsters, man. And they kill, man. But the way this industry is, man, you see who they picking. Right. You see who they picking, man. It's crazy, man.
Well, it's a lot of factors to that, and not to get too deep, but a lot of times those personalities that come from this area are so headstrong, because of the environment that we came up in and how we were raised and how the circuit was back in the day.
100%.
It doesn't match with somebody that's, say, coming from a small town, getting into the industry, going to LA, going to New York, and really like a happy dog because they're just happy to be there. And the people in charge is like, all right, well, come, here's some treats and just stay with me, stay close to me. Where a lot of times people that we know as stone killers on stage from this area, so headstrong, they like, nah, I'm not going for everything, first of all. And, you know what I'm saying? And two, I've earned my stripes, give me my respect. And people in the industry that hold the keys are like, stripes, respect. Do you know where you at? And I've seen that personally.
You seen it?
Yeah, I've seen that. I mean, there's some names I could throw out, but I won't.
Yeah. People don't care, man. I feel like that era is a lost era.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a lost era because I feel like if you ain't reached that superstardom like a Mike Epps or a Eddie Griffin or a Bill Bellamy or Mark, you know what I'm saying? It's like, where do you go from here outside of going on the road? Like, niggas, I feel like niggas you don't want to do that forever.
Nah, not anymore.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important that you find a way to create, invest in yourself, invest smart. Because if you put that content out there and it's good and you know how to get it to people, man, that's leverage, man. And I mean, honestly, that's just what you have to do.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't getting shows.
Nah, not anymore.
Niggas not getting shows.
Yeah. If you're just tuning in, we got comedian Rollo Boykins. He got a new project coming out, The Birth of a Troll, on July 24th. He got his line of cocoa butter coming back. His own line of
listen, man.
hair
All
pick.
man.
You get the hair picks jumping with your face on it.
Listen, Lamont, merch, man.
It's all about merch.
Merch.
So I'm gonna take a couple questions before I let you go. Meech is in Boston. She says, "How do you both of you feel about the Boston comedy scene?" The reason why I picked this question because it's ironic that she asked it, because the last time I went to Boston to a headline, I took you.
You did, man. I appreciate that too.
Yeah, and that was a shout out to Jonathan Gates, Black Comedy Explosion up there, which was something I had been trying to do for years and years and years, and just finally was able to do it. And I had a day job, and it was a 7-hour drive. I'm like, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Left work, came and got you from work in New York, and then kept it going up there, and then drove back like the same night because you had to be at work again.
That's some gangster shit.
Yeah, and that was a fun little deal. But that's the side that people don't see. They don't see that.
They don't. Kill black audiences, man.
Yeah.
That shit just feel better, man.
Yeah.
When they laughing and they loving it, it just feel better, man. Cause you really you can't do a lot of cutesy shit, man.
You can't, cause that's not what they came for.
They can't get away with that shit.
And Jonathan's was a beautiful room because he's been doing it for like 15 years or whatever. But what he do is he has an altar call at the end of the show. And I heard about it for years and never believed it. He literally has a devotional. He goes in, he's a very spiritual brother. He goes into a devotional, and then they have if you have not brought your life to Christ, this is at the end of the comedy show. Chicken wings, Hennessy,
right?
Shits, bitches, motherfuckers, all that. And then at the end, he keeps it real, takes it all the way down, drops a devotional on altar call. Bring your life. If you want to turn your life, give your life to Jesus Christ. And they in there. And then the after party. It is a beautiful scene.
That is beautiful.
But that's all I know of Boston. So to answer her question, that's all I know of Boston is Jonathan Gates. He is Boston comedy as far as I'm concerned. All right, last question. Oh yeah, how do you feel? Well, you kind of touched on it. Where'd it go? Do you feel that the industry picks one black comedian at a time?
I mean, when you say industry, you yes, man. There's only room.
Yeah.
And of course, it's more white people than black people. So just in terms of numbers of citizens and demographics, but one man, it seems to be one like megastar comedic entertainer at a time. That is what it's
that numbers rationale. That's not fair. That's not just because it's more of them than us. We should only have one at a time.
Then say we should only.
Yeah, nah. I mean, you put 10 of ours up against them, it's gonna be 10-1. Funny wise.
Well, yeah, we're marginalized though.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that ain't. I don't buy it because it's a numbers thing. It's they don't want to put more than one on a pedestal at any given time. I don't think, because that's you create too much opportunity and too much. They want to keep something for themselves. They don't want us to take everything. That's what.
Could you name 10? A lot of white comedians quietly are making a lot of money.
Oh, right? Absolutely.
Quietly, right?
Not quietly. The pay gap is insane.
It's quiet in turn, because when you say one black comedian at a time, really you're talking about who's getting like the spotlight, right?
Yeah.
Like Kevin Hart spotlight.
Right.
It's like Kevin Hart, you see him everywhere on TV. Like in terms of white comedians, like who are like 10 white comedians would you say are getting like a Kevin Hart type of spotlight right now?
It wouldn't get that spotlight because they don't put them. So you got Brian Regan, who just destroys revenue wise.
He getting money, but motherfuckers don't know him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm naming. I mean, I'm a student of the craft. What's the puppet guy?
I'm getting money too. You naming all the people on that list.
Jeff Dunham's. Larry the Cable Guy before he fell by the wayside. They get it. They get it for showing up.
They get money, but they're not in the media. Like we don't even unless you knew, you wouldn't know.
Right. True.
So I'm saying, do you think there are black comedians getting that kind of money on the low? Not that kind of money, but are getting money just on a smaller level. So is it really only one? It's one black comedian that's getting media attention.
Well, when I say one, it's like they put one. This is what the industry will do. It's just the way I've seen it. Here's your star, right?
100%.
And at that time, this is your star. Here you go. And until he moves out the way, there's no room for any other star to be on that same level. We don't get two at a time. Blockbuster movie. So it was. I remember the order. It was.
I mean, there's only one, so you got
it. It was like Chris trailed off to Cat trailed off to Mike. Mike kind of. No, I'm sorry. Dave was before Mike. Dave left. Mike kind of went up. Mike got weird, and then Kevin came out of nowhere, took it, and has not given it back. That was the order. Where there's like one guy that's going to get the movies,
right?
Get endorsements. You're gonna see him in your city 3 times a year. It's that. But Kevin changed the game so much that there is no one else even close to him other than somebody that's doing it themselves.
But is it the fame you want or the money?
You want the opportunity.
I really think niggas want the money.
Everybody get into comedy to be a movie star. They want the opportunity. And if only 2 people getting movies,
it's bigger than just movies. It's
now it is. Now it is. When you got into it, it wasn't bigger than just movies. The game has changed even since when you got into it. But that was you wanted to be at the top of the Hollywood game.
That's a lot, man.
Eddie Murphy. You wanted to be Eddie Murphy. Everybody wanted to be Eddie Murphy.
I just want that money, man.
Well, yes.
I just want that bread, man. Because I mean, like you just don't see youngins like getting sitcoms. Like it be white comedians on sitcoms getting money, and it was like you don't even know these shows are on air.
Yeah, you're right.
And they're not even that good, but it just happens, man.
I can't find out. It'll be a canceled show, and you would never even knew.
And that's syndication. They done got all that money, man. And it's just the marginalization is just so grand.
Yeah, I like that. That might be the word of your next special.
Because sure, we get one star, but Mike Epps. I don't think Mike Epps is hurting. Dave Chappelle's definitely not hurting.
No, sir.
I don't think Chris Rock is hurting.
No, sir.
So we got black stars.
Yeah, to us, they'll always be stars to us. But the way they do it in the industry, is just a little bit different. Wait a minute, let me put this comment. I'm gonna let you go. I gotta put Ed up here because Ed, I gotta expose Ed. Black comedians happen to be on Wild 'N Out. That's their high. They don't have the Eddie Murphy and the Martin Drive. Untrue. Let me expose you, Ed.
I heard paying niggas that Wild 'N Out.
Hold up, but I gotta say this about Ed, man. I'm gonna have Ed on the show because his opinions are very unique. But I tell you this, we used to talk comedy all the time about 15 years ago. Yeah. When I first moved to LA, he would call me and tell me who he thought the next biggest was going to be. And I remember one phone call, and he probably denied. I'm talking right to you, Ed. He probably denied. I'm in the back of the Laugh Factory on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
And he called me, telling me, I said, yo, this is like 2005. I said, Kevin Hart is on stage right now. He is going to be the world's biggest star in comedy.
That's what you said?
What I said he's on stage. I said, you don't understand what he's doing, and how he approaches it. I said in 2005. He was and he started naming like 5 other people. I was like, Kevin Hart, man, is the future of the game. I said that in 2005. So I got to bring him on the show to have him agree. Yeah, I said, yeah, you're right. He remembers the conversation.
Shout out to Ed, man.
Big Ed. All right. So Rollo Boygans, man, Birth of Patrol in stores. I mean,
we gotta do this again, man. This is fun. I do a lot of people's stuff because I don't want to do it.
Well, I'm here every day, so whatever.
Every day?
Yeah, I'm here every day.
Who's your next guest?
You said what?
Who's your next guest?
Who my next guest? Hey, it's a mystery. You got to tune in, champ. That's why we say with special guests.
Shit, I'm gonna tune in then. Damn.
Yeah, absolutely.
This shit was good.
I appreciate you, man. Put a shirt on, man. I'll holler at you.
Got a shirt on, man. Don't act like that, man.
All right, my man. My man. Let's see here. Yeah. All right, there it is. Rollo Boykins, yeah. It's my man. Get the album, Joe. Get the album. Top 20, I think it was. It's something. And Paris is on there too. So hella funny. Right there. I appreciate y'all for rocking out, man. Today, that's the show, man. Gotta be quick, man. I got some things to do. I gotta catch up on this electoral college situation. I gotta catch up on the vaccine situation. I don't like to talk about stuff that I ain't versed in and ain't read up on yet. So I gotta do my Googles, do a little bit more studying. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Be safe, man, and hey, don't get hit by a truck or nothing.